Hey, welcome back to video 3. We're delighted to have you here, and right now we're going to share with you the 4 habits or mindsets of the successful entrepreneur. Now, this is based on Brendan's personal experience building 2 successful businesses, and also combined with over 20 years coaching, mentoring and consulting not just large corporations but also individual entrepreneurs, some of whom have gone on to achieve their financial goals or their financial dreams, or even have retired early. So Brendan believes that these 4 essential habits or mindsets are critical to your success. So let's start. Grab a pen and paper. If you already have a pen and paper, great. If you don't, pause the video now, grab a pen and paper and scribble these down. Alrighty, here we go. Habit number 1. Change your thinking immediately from "this doesn't apply to my business" to "how does this apply to my business?" Now, successful people such as Richard Branson are solutions thinkers by nature. So rather than condemning an idea and saying, look, this does not apply to my business, he's constantly thinking about how these new ideas can be applied to his business. Now, Brendan himself personally created a whole new 6-figure income a year business just working 2 days a month by simply asking how he could apply new technologies such as teleseminars and at the time the internet to his business. So when you're looking at the internet right now, for example, instead of saying, look, this doesn't apply to my business, ask yourself right now, how can I apply this to my business? Habit number 2. There are 2 types of economy in the world, according to Brendan. The economy, which is the broader economy you're always hearing about in the news, and then your economy. Now, one of the most powerful mindsets to develop or to maintain, particularly through difficult times, is understanding that everything in your business, particularly your financial outcomes, is within your control. So when everyone is in doom and gloom mode, thinking about sort of the poor state of the economy, Brendan passionately believes that this is very different from your economy. And what do I mean by your economy? They're the things that you can't control. So things like your marketing, things like your sales skills, your sales strategy, things like your conversion strategy, things like your ability to retain new customers and build new customers. That is absolutely within your control. Now, in fact, Brendan not only survived but thrived through 3 recessions because he would not allow anyone to bring the outside negativity into his business. Instead, he remained focused and worked on those things he could control. His marketing, his sales conversions, cash flow, etc. And the results were he was often able to thrive during these recessions when often his competitors were really struggling or sometimes even going out of business. Alrighty, habit number 3. Choose the 3 things you must do every day and not the 300 you would prefer not to do. What do we mean? Okay, success comes from overcoming procrastination, and often the 3 things we procrastinate about are things like sales calls or sales visits, or basically the very things that create cash. So instead, we stay busy with other things that, quite frankly, they also need to be done. Tax returns, filing, administration, 300 other things, but they eat up our time and they prevent us from doing the 3 things that can actually make us cash. I mean, Donald Trump once said, email is for wimps. When he wanted to do a deal, he would simply pick up the phone and get the deal done. So ask yourself, how good are you at doing the 3 things that count rather than 300 that don't? So Brendan teaches this habit. The first thing you do every morning is the 3 things you would normally avoid. I mean, just this alone, we believe, will have a huge impact on your business. Righto, habit number 4. In Brendan's elite mentoring group called the Wealth Mastermind Club, there is a saying that is used often, and it goes like this: the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time for the least amount of effort. Each and every person is instructed to start their day religiously, taking at least one action that is designed to create cash in the shortest amount of time for the least amount of effort. Because often as business people, we're caught in that trap of doing something that takes a huge amount of effort, takes a huge amount of time, and it results in a small amount of cash. So this mantra will get you super focused focused every day on creating cash in the shortest amount of time for the least amount of effort. So that's the 4 habits, and now I want to ask you a question. How do you start your day? Imagine what difference to your business these 4 habits could make if you applied them each and every day. I mean, imagine what would happen if you combine these habits with the skills and the knowledge of marketing we've already shared with you in these videos, and what that could potentially do to the revenues of your business. I am sure that you've already written down 1 habit, 1 skill, or 1 technique that you're going to commit to. And you've got to ask yourself, how much more could you achieve just by putting that particular commitment into action each and every day? And that's the purpose of these videos, simply to give you a structure so that you can put a skill or an action into place in your business every day. I mean, ask yourself, is there anything within your grasp right now that will massively increase your cash flow in the next 12 months? Or is there anything that will reduce your headaches and stress, or anything that can bring a heap of new customers to your door? If you don't have the answer to these questions, don't worry. We may be able to help. Whatever your personal challenges, understand this: avoiding the challenges or addressing them in the same way that you have in the past, possibly unsuccessfully, will only result in similar outcomes that you've experienced thus far. So it's clearly time to do something different. And what we've done is put together an exclusive 2-day training seminar where we'll reveal the exact strategies developed by Brendan Nichols that helped him to create and then continue to create and sustain a multi-million-dollar business. And all you have to do is just click on the link below to grab this one-time only opportunity in 2011. Alrighty, we'll see you on the other side.